Saying "I'm sorry" at the office is necessary when a mistake happens. However, overusing it can make you look like you are accepting fault for things completely outside your control.
Well, right, Emma. It often makes a professional appear less certain, even when a workplace matter belongs to a different department. True executive communication is about focusing on the solution rather than the problem.
Exactly, Mark. Welcome to Business English for Success. Today, we are sharing 4 workplace situations where you can transition away from over-apologizing and start using phrases that maintain your professional standing.
We are moving away from basic textbook English. We will look at how to protect your team when there is a misunderstanding about project ownership, and how to respond when a senior executive asks a question you cannot answer on the spot.
Indeed, Mark. And if you stay with us until our final segment, we have a practical reflection challenge to help you speak with complete clarity. Let's look at how to address a workplace misunderstanding during a departmental meeting first.
Let's look at our first scenario. You are in a departmental review meeting. The project deadline has been missed, and the head of operations openly states that your team delayed the progress by not delivering the initial data on time.
Right, Emma. A common mistake here is to react with emotion or say, "I'm sorry, we faced some unexpected delays." This immediately signals to the entire room that you are assuming operational accountability.
Exactly, Mark. But a corporate professional does not accept unverified claims. The strategy here is to speak entirely with data, maintain a neutral tone, and systematically shift the conversation from a personal misunderstanding to an objective timeline review.
Well, let's listen to this corporate dialogue to see how to communicate objectively when resolving unexpected workplace challenges.
Mark, the launch is delayed by 3 days, and our system testing is currently on hold. Your department was responsible for the initial data input, and your delay is affecting our entire schedule.
I understand the launch timeline is facing challenges. To look at this objectively, our department completed the verified data transfer on Tuesday morning, which was 24 hours ahead of the agreed internal deadline.
Well, that might be true, but the operations team only received the system access notification yesterday. The gap is still causing an operational delay for us.
I see your point, but our team does not manage the network configuration layer. Our ownership concluded upon delivery on Tuesday, so the current gap belongs to the system administration phase.
Let me check the system log. Oh, right. It looks like the automated approval email got stuck in the corporate firewall on Wednesday.
Exactly. Now that we have identified the technical cause of the delay, let's work together to connect with the IT infrastructure team and resolve this immediately.
That was a clear explanation of your scope, Mark. The common reaction would have been to look uncertain, apologize for the network gap, and promise to look into it.
Exactly, Emma. If you say, "I'm sorry, let me check what went wrong," you are taking responsibility for the corporate firewall, which is completely outside your department's scope.
Right. You used a key phrase to establish a clear professional parameter. Our ownership concluded upon delivery. This expression shows that you understand corporate alignment and operational workflows.
It clearly defines where your responsibility ends and where the next phase begins. It encourages the other department to look at the process rather than focusing on departmental accountability.
Let's isolate and practice the most impactful phrase from this scenario. This expression allows you to define your professional responsibilities without sounding defensive. Speak after me. Our ownership concluded upon delivery, so the current gap belongs to the system administration phase.
Let's practice that again, keeping your tone completely calm and factual. Focus on the word ownership. Our ownership concluded upon delivery, so the current gap belongs to the system administration phase.
Right. Applying this expression ensures you protect your department's reputation when operational issues arise.
Clarifying your project timeline with data protects your team, Emma. But there is another situation that presents distinct workplace scenarios.
Right, Mark. Unexpected inquiries do not just come from project delays. It often happens when you receive sudden inquiries from senior executives with a question you simply cannot answer at that moment. Saying, "I'm sorry, I don't know," can instantly make you look unprepared.
Ah, yes. Many professionals experience these situations. Let's move to our second situation to learn the structural expressions you need to handle an unexpected question without lowering your professional standing.
Let's move to our second scenario. Imagine you are presenting a quarterly update to a senior executive. During the session, they ask you for a specific financial breakdown that is not in your current presentation file.
Yes, Emma. That situation creates a demanding moment. The immediate reaction for many corporate employees is to feel uncertain and say, "I'm so sorry, I don't know the answer, I will check later."
Right, Mark. But when you apologize for not knowing a data point on the spot, you inadvertently signal that you are unprepared. The professional strategy here is to frame the missing information as a separate item that requires verified accuracy.
Well, it is about maintaining your confidence while protecting your professional standing. Let's listen to this executive dialogue to see how to address an unexpected question while maintaining your executive presence.
Mark, these presentation slides cover the general marketing expenses, but I want to see the exact return on investment for the Q1 digital campaign. Do you have that specific percentage right now?
I understand that specific return on investment is important for a complete view. To ensure you receive the most accurate and verified data on that segment, it would be best to cross-reference the numbers with our analytics team before giving a final figure.
Well, I need to make a decision on the budget extension by this afternoon. Can you give me a rough estimate or a general idea based on your current notes?
I want to prevent any miscalculations that could affect our budget planning. I will coordinate with the lead analyst immediately after this meeting and send a formal data brief to your inbox within the next hour.
Right, that works. An hour is fine. Let's proceed with the rest of the presentation for now.
Excellent. Let's look at the next section regarding our customer acquisition cost.
That was a very steady approach, Mark. You did not guess, and you did not show uncertainty when the senior executive pressed for an immediate answer.
Right, Emma. A common mistake is to provide a random estimate just to please the executive. If that estimated number turns out to be wrong later, it can negatively impact your professional credibility.
Exactly. Instead of apologizing for not having the file ready, you used a strategic workplace phrase to ensure you receive the most accurate and verified data. This demonstrates a clear commitment to precision in your communication.
And when the executive pushed further, you offered a clear commitment with a specific timeline within the next hour. It shows you are organized, responsible, and highly aligned with the workflow.
Now, let's practice the primary phrase from this corporate scenario. This expression allows you to manage an answer professionally while maintaining your professional value. Speak after me. To ensure you receive the most accurate and verified data, I prefer to cross-reference the numbers with our analytics team.
Let's practice it one more time. Keep your tone calm, direct, and completely business-oriented. Focus on the word verified. To ensure you receive the most accurate and verified data, I prefer to cross-reference the numbers with our analytics team.
Right. Using this expression helps you handle unexpected questions from senior leadership with natural confidence.
Managing unexpected questions from leadership keeps your professional authority intact, Emma. But there is another scenario that tests your operational limits.
Right, Mark. Imagine your team is operating under full operational capacity due to a recent department restructuring. Suddenly, a manager from another department approaches you with an additional project that they want completed immediately.
Yes. If you say, "I am sorry, we are too busy," you sound unhelpful. But if you accept it, Your primary goals might be delayed.
Exactly, Mark. Let's move to our third situation to learn the exact language of resource management so you can protect your team's timeline without using the word sorry.
Let's move to our third corporate scenario. Your team is currently adjusting to a lower headcount after an internal reorganization, which means everyone is working at full capacity.
Right, Emma. Then a manager from a separate department approaches you, asking for a rapid turnaround on a large file that requires hours of labor.
Well, many professionals reflexively say, "I'm so sorry, we are short-staffed and cannot assist you right now." This sounds like a complaint and reduces your professional stance.
Exactly. Instead, an experienced corporate professional frames the response around capacity management and protecting quality benchmarks. Let's listen to this departmental discussion to see how to maintain your operational limits.
Mark, I need your team to extract the historical client records for the audit by tomorrow morning. I know your department is going through a restructuring, but this is urgent for my team.
I understand this audit file is a current priority for your department. To keep our focus on our core operational targets, we need to balance this request against our existing commitments.
Well, the executive board expects my division to submit everything tomorrow. Can your team split the workload or pause their current assignments for a few hours?
Halting our active pipeline would delay the main software deployment, which directly impacts our quarterly revenue goal. Let's review the available slots on Friday morning to see how we can accommodate this task without reducing our quality standards.
Right. I see your point. A delay on the software deployment is a larger issue for the company. Let's schedule a brief sync on Friday morning then.
Excellent. I will ensure we review the technical data as soon as that window opens.
This exchange shows an objective understanding of corporate value, Mark. You avoided the defensive response of explaining why your team is too small or too tired.
Right, Emma. Sharing details about operational gaps can shift the focus away from internal capacity. By connecting your response to the quarterly revenue goal, you show that you are protecting the company's financial interests rather than being unhelpful.
Exactly. You used a structured workplace phrase to keep our focus on our core operational targets. This positions your department as an equal business partner that manages resources logically.
It completely changes how the other manager views your workload. You are not saying no because you are avoiding work. You are aligning tasks with higher business goals.
Now, let's practice this phrasing together to help you handle workload requests objectively. Repeat after me. To keep our focus on our core operational targets, we need to balance this request against our existing commitments.
Let's try it once more, keeping your delivery steady and professional. Pay close attention to the word commitments. To keep our focus on our core operational targets, we need to balance this request against our existing commitments.
Right. Using this phrase helps you establish clear professional parameters while maintaining positive interdepartmental alignment.
Securing your workflow directly maintains project quality, Emma. But our final scenario involves managing external stakeholder communications during a schedule change.
Right, Mark. Imagine you have a formal meeting scheduled with a primary client. 1 hour before the event, an internal system breakdown requires you to reschedule the appointment immediately.
Yes. Sending an email filled with excessive apologies like, "I am terribly sorry for the inconvenience," makes you look less organized and unreliable.
Exactly, Mark. Let's move to our fourth and final situation to see how to shift an appointment at the last minute while maintaining a position of corporate strength. Let's move to our fourth and final corporate scenario. You have a formal meeting scheduled with a key business partner, but an unexpected technical update occurs 1 hour before the start time, requiring a calendar adjustment.
Right, Emma. This is a standard calendar change. The typical reaction is to send an email filled with extensive apologies like, "I am so sorry for this last-minute change, something urgent happened."
Well, Mark, when you write an email that way, you focus on the delay rather than the solution. The professional approach is to replace the apology with an expression of gratitude for their flexibility, while offering clear alternative time slots immediately.
Ah, exactly. It keeps the business relationship professional and focused on action. Let's listen to this focused client dialogue to see how to handle a sudden schedule modification while maintaining your professional standing.
Hello, Mark. I received your message about our session today. Is everything all right? We were supposed to review the final contract details in 30 minutes.
Hello, Emma. I appreciate your flexibility as we adjust to an unexpected operational priority on our end today. To ensure we respect your schedule, I want to address our options right away.
I understand that internal issues happen. However, my calendar is completely full for the rest of the week, and our board needs the finalized agreement by Friday evening.
Right, and we want to meet that deadline. I have prepared 3 alternative windows for us to reconnect tomorrow morning. Or I can assign my senior associate to lead the review at our original time today, so we do not lose any momentum.
Having your senior associate step in today is actually a great solution. That keeps our review on track for the board meeting.
Perfect. I will brief the associate immediately and share the updated meeting link with your team.
This solution kept the entire business process moving forward, Mark. You maintained your professional standing in front of the client during an internal delay.
Right, Emma. A common mistake is to send a long, detailed apology that explains the technical failure. The client does not need to know your internal problems. They only need to know that the project timeline remains unchanged.
Exactly. You used a strategic workplace phrase. I appreciate your flexibility as we adjust to an unexpected operational priority. This sounds organized and keeps the conversation focused on business goals.
And by offering a backup solution, like assigning a senior associate, you show that your department has alternative operational plans. You remain a reliable partner.
Now let's practice the primary phrase from this scenario. This phrase helps you manage sudden calendar changes while maintaining professional authority. Speak after me. I appreciate your flexibility as we adjust to an unexpected operational priority.
Let's practice it one more time. Keep your delivery steady, calm, and completely professional. Focus on the word flexibility. I appreciate your flexibility as we adjust to an unexpected operational priority.
Well done. Using this specific phrasing allows you to protect your corporate reputation during unexpected schedule changes.
We have covered 4 workplace communication examples today, Emma, from addressing departmental feedback to adjusting client meetings during schedule changes.
Right, Mark. Knowing these corporate phrases intellectually is a great foundation, but you need to be able to use them naturally when a live workplace situation occurs.
Ah, yes, which is why we have organized our final segment into an active speaking exercise to help our audience build muscle memory.
Exactly. Let's move straight into our final reflection challenge to test your professional communication skills.
Now, let's begin our active speaking segment. We have prepared 3 distinct corporate situations to test how quickly you can replace an unnecessary apology with an executive expression.
Well, the rules are very simple. Emma will read the workplace challenge, and you will have 5 seconds to think of a professional phrase before I provide the correct alternative. Let's see how well you manage these interactive scenarios.
Situation number 1. You arrived 10 minutes late to a project update meeting because your previous client call ran over schedule. The team is waiting for you. What do you say?
5 seconds on the clock.
Instead of saying, "I'm sorry I'm late, traffic, or my previous call was delayed," you should acknowledge their time directly.
Right. The professional phrase is, "Thank you for your patience. Let's begin with our first agenda item right away." This immediately shifts the focus back to work productivity.
Perfect. Situation number 2.
A senior executive spots a minor formatting typo on slide 5 of your sales presentation. It does not change the data, but they point it out. What do you say?
5 seconds to evaluate your response.
Instead of reacting emotionally and saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I made a mistake," maintain your composure.
Right. You should say, "Thank you for noting that adjustment. I will ensure the final file is updated before distribution today." It shows you are efficient and responsive to corporate feedback.
Situation number 3. You need to ask a coworker from the marketing department to resend a file because the download link they emailed you has expired. What do you say?
Take 5 seconds to choose your words.
Do not write an email saying, "Sorry to bother you," or "Sorry to trouble you, but can you resend the link?"
Instead, maintain an objective approach by writing, "Please share an updated access link for the data file so we can complete our review today." This keeps the request direct, clear, and business-oriented.
Transitioning away from over-apologizing at the office is not about refusing to admit mistakes. It is about understanding where your operational parameters lie and communicating with data rather than emotion.
Well said, Emma. When you replace "I'm sorry" with phrases that focus on project ownership and verified facts, you naturally demonstrate managerial readiness to senior corporate leadership.
If you found value in these corporate communication strategies today, please hit the like button and share your thoughts in the comments section below.
Right. Let us know which of these 4 office scenarios happens most often in your department and how you plan to handle it next time.
Thank you for watching Business English for Success. Keep practicing your executive communication, use your phrases with clear focus, and we will see you in our next session.
Goodbye, everyone.